Hi friends, my name is Raul from academiavended.com, and I want to tell you 7 reasons why it's better to buy from Mexico than from China to sell on Amazon. Number 1 reason is time. It takes a long time to order something from China and get it put on a boat and get it sent over here. 30-45 days on the boat is the minimum, and then it has to go to customs. So it takes a really long time to import stuff from China. They have to make it, they have to put it on a boat, and it has to be brought over. You might say, why not on a plane? Well, a plane will be very costly and it will probably mess up your profit, your return of investment. So number 1 thing is time. Time, as they say, is money. Latin America, Mexico being so close to the US is able to cut that time in a lot less. The second reason is MOQs. When you buy from China or Alibaba, China is amazing at being set up as a manufacturing country. They have MOQs, minimum order quantities. So you usually have to order 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 units in order to get the product into the US. When we started selling on Amazon, we started buying cones made out of wood, and I can tell you their minimum order was 3,000 cones. It was a great product. It just took a long time. So if all of a sudden started selling, I had to wait for it to be manufactured and then imported, and it just took a long time, and it just killed the business. So having the manufacturing, having a lot closer, it can definitely cut in time, but the MOQs is the second thing. When you can order from Mexico 100, 200 units and have it brought over fast, that is a major advantage. Number 3 reason is language. The Chinese obviously don't speak Spanish or English, while here in Mexico, Latin America, a lot of them do speak English, but also there's a lot of Spanish being spoken. I myself, my first language is Spanish. Everybody that works in the warehouse speaks Spanish, and as you know, a lot of people speak Spanish. So communications between manufacturing and from the seller that wants to have a specifics on a product or communicating transportation, the language is gonna be a major advantage to have it in Spanish or English communicate. So that's gonna be a major, and also there won't be misunderstandings as you message each other through WhatsApp or through a phone call. It's a lot better to communicate in Spanish, English here in the US than it's Chinese and English. The number 4 reason is buyers. If your buyer is actually a lot closer to your manufacturer, then they know the buyer and they know the specifics that they want, and they know the product that they want. So having a buyer so close to the culture of the seller and the manufacturer, it helps a lot. So having the buyer so close, it just works out a lot better. Reason number 5 for it's better to import from Mexico than China is known brands. One of the main things that we do is we sell known brands. So since Latin America and Mexico is so close, a lot of brands that people know that they want are not in the US, or there's a good amount of profit to bring them over from Mexico, from Latin America. So having known brands that are either not in the market and bringing them into the market, or brands that are already in the market but there's a healthy amount of profit, it's amazing. So buying known brands, not brands from China that it's a random brand that people don't know, but buying that known brand is a big advantage. Reason number 6 for it's better to buy in Mexico, you're not gonna believe it, but it's actually cost. A lot of people think that it's just because it's from China, it'll be a lot cheaper. But I have found out through the manufacturing, through ordering products, that not necessarily. Although to be honest, some products, China does sell them a lot cheaper, but Mexico is very competitive in manufacturing in certain products. And a lot of the brands that we know that people want are from Mexico. So that's a big advantage. So the cost is definitely a big plus. Reason number 7 is transportation. There's a lot better communication with transportation if it's in the US and Mexico. It's a lot faster, it's a lot cheaper, and it actually helps a lot because of the language and the distance and the time it can take. Definitely a big advantage in transportation.